Woo! Y'all, listen. WWE came swinging yesterday. Listen, or tonight, I should say. By the time y'all seen this is last night. So, listen. Elimination Chamber. We gotta talk about it. So much happened at Elimination Chamber. Remember, we always said that Triple H plays it safe with pay-per-views. Not this time. We had set up a possible 6 matches. 6 matches for WrestleMania tonight alone. We set up a possible 6 matches, okay? Plus the other 2 that we already got already. So automatically we already set up one night of WrestleMania. This is insane. So we got to get into it, man, because first of all, usually, like I said, I've been trying to go live for pay-per-views this year, and unfortunately, I was not able to go live because I worked a double, and I was out working, and I was like, I gotta catch some of the Elimination Chamber when I come back in, go back and watch it, catch the highlights and stuff like that, and finish watching when I get in there. I'm not gonna be prepared for a live stream, and also my daughter has a cold, which I think she tried to pass on to me, and the cold should try to get to me, and I've been doing everything by taking my quick defense and also that it'll fight this cold off. But my throat, it's already, you know how it starts in the throat. Now it's feeling a little better than what you said. I wasn't able to really talk too much yesterday. It was really hurting. But today it's a little better. So I got my cough drops, I got my water, and it's gonna be kind of hard for me to just go on long sentences and stuff like that. So if y'all hear me stop like this, clear my throat, suck on one of my honey cough drops, I do appreciate that. I wasn't going to be like, hey, well, we're going to have to just wait until it's time until I get better to do this, or wait until I can get Q Flow or Prime Time or Late Sketch. Late Sketch is out, Q Flow is out working, Prime Time is over in West Coast. It just wasn't happening. Especially on a Saturday, it just wasn't. So I was like, but we got to talk about this, because not only we got Jade Cargill that came back and possibly attacked her attacker in the match, and it may surprise some people. Did surprise me. Then we also got the return of Randy Orton. Haven't seen him since October. And then when you think it was like, okay, well, we got all these returns, stuff like that, when you think it couldn't be anything else different, they threw it all at us because we got a heel turn, I want to say 20 years. Maybe even 17, but about 20 years in the making. No lie. About 20 years in the making, we were on this heel turn. So, it's been a crazy night. Welcome to the Elimination Chamber Review. I am your host, Mr. A&D. Kicking it by myself. We don't have the crew on today. Like I said, all the crew is busy. Lady Sketch, she's very, very tired. Had a long day today. Q Flow's out at work. He texted me, said he was on his way back, but he would be in the car. It'd be too much interference. So I appreciate that, Q. Prime Time is on the West Coast. Quado's working. All the people I would love to talk about the chamber review with is not available. So I'm going to kick it by myself and talk about this thing because we got to get up into this. So I can't give you guys a breakdown of each match, but give you an overall view of how I felt about it, highlights from the match, and move it on. Because once again, I don't know how long my throat does have. This is the most talking I've done in a couple days. So I don't know. I already have wasted about 5 minutes. So we better get up into this. So the Elimination Chamber from Toronto. WWE has not been to this building in Toronto since WrestleMania X8, I believe now. So we're gearing up for WrestleMania 41. It's time to start pulling triggers on a lot of these storylines and see where they're going. And we're going to kick it off with the Women's Elimination Chamber match. And that is, Alexa Bliss versus Roxanne Perez versus Bayley versus Bianca Belair versus Liv Morgan versus Naomi. So, in the chamber, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Bayley, and Bianca Belair are in the chamber. Naomi and Liv Morgan are going to start the match. Before the match even gets like, as Liv Morgan and Naomi are about to start off the matchup, we hear Jade Cargill music. And Jade Cargill, I'm telling you, Jade Cargill came out there looking scrumptious. First of all, Jade Cargill came out there looking like Uncanny X-Men Storm, okay? With all the black on, she came out there for business. And then everybody was like, uh-oh, Liv don't want it. And I was like, listen, I told y'all what my theory was, right? In the predictions of what I think it was. Even people was like, it's going to be Bianca. I'm like, yo, she really about to come in here and F up Bianca's whole chances and everything like that. She comes in there. Liv is like, look, you can even see Liv mouth. She's like, fuck. Like, she says that. Like, oh, God, here comes Jade. And ain't no Raquel to protect her. Jade come down there, chisel from stone. She jumps in there. She stops the ref from closing the door because Pat McAfee was screaming on the commentary, close the door. Close the door, because it was McAfee, Cole, and Wade Barrett on the commentary. She goes in there, and she's fussing at Liv, but she go off on Naomi. She beat the bricks off Naomi. She beat her down the ring and tossed her to the outside. Now listen, what I love about this, everyone in the chamber was shocked. Alexa Bliss was like, oh my God, like, what the hell, what's going on? Bayley, you know Bayley and Naomi be best friends also. She's like, what's happening to my girl? But you know who was really selling it, though? The one that was really selling it was Bianca Belair. She was in the chamber spazzing. She was in there banging on the glass. She was like, yo, what are you doing? We supposed to be sisters, the League of Extraordinary Black, but what's happening? What you killing it? What's going on? And she's tapping, and she's like, to the point where she's hysterical. She's like screaming. Now you can hear her screaming to let her out this chamber, and she's like screaming and crying. It's a good sell job by Bianca. And she's just sitting there like, let me out. Why are you doing this? So Jay knocks Naomi to the outside, knocks her in the corner. She starts banging her head against, I want to say it was Alexa Bliss's chamber. And then Jay, the referees and backstage try to break her up, and then Jay pushed him out the way and give her a, I'm about to say, like the bro kicks, the bicycle kick to Naomi's head right there on the side of the chamber, takes her out. The whole crowd's like, ooh. As Naomi is trying to crawl away, Jay like, nah. She grabs the door and the chamber door and slams Naomi's head right in there. Naomi's out. She is out. Then Jay just smooth pimped off and walks off. So then they announced, was it Lily Garcia or Alicia Tyler? I can't remember which one it was. She said, like, Naomi is no longer able to compete. She's eliminated. Bianca Belair is out next. So, because Liv Morgan's over the chamber, like, I told y'all it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And now, so, Bianca's out there. And then Liv takes advantage of Bianca because she's like trying to check on Naomi because she don't know what the hell going on. And then after that, Roxanne Perez enters in the matchup. Then Bayley enters the match next. So now once again, so it's only 5 women in this one, but it was a hot start. So now when Bayley's part opens, so now we get the Bayley and the Roxanne Perez thing. There's one point where Roxanne Perez takes Bayley, powerbombs her on the outside floor. Yikes, it goes there for a frog splash, but then Bayley kicks out, so Perez is frustrated. Morgan hits, then Liv Morgan comes in there, hits her with a backstab, waiting for a 2 count, and then Alexa Bliss just waiting to enter the match, and then when the clock comes down, Alexa Bliss enters in. The crowd's happy to see Alexa Bliss. Bayley is down at one point. Roxanne Perez tries to go for one of the springboard moonsaults. Bayley gets her knees up. She tries to goes for the Rose Plant. Roxanne gets out of it. Liv hits the Oblivion. Bayley's out. She's eliminated. She's the first one eliminated. During more of the match, Roxanne Perez tries to hit a the pop rocks, but Bianca flings her off into Liv Morgan, who hits a cold breaker, and then she falls back, and Alexa Bliss hits the Twisted Bliss. Now Roxanne Perez has been eliminated. The part I did miss though, because I gotta talk about this. When Bianca Belair was on top of the pile, Liv Morgan's up there with her, and they're fighting, and Liv Morgan has her hair right, and she's holding on to her hair. And Bianca like, yo, you don't touch my hair. She pulls her hair off, and she gives Liv Morgan a whip. For both. No! If you count, like, the top 5 Bianca Belair hair whips, that's in the top 5. That shit stung, okay? Get Liv a nice whip right, because it was that one, the one she gave Asuka at WrestleMania 40 last year, the one she gave Sasha Banks at WrestleMania 37. Like, those are the ones that stick with you. You know what I'm saying? They stick with you. And this one here, man, I was like, this was something here. So I had to say, and then Liv falls to the ground, and then Bianca does a crossbody on everybody out there on the floor. Back, now I know I forgot about that part. Alexa Bliss throws for Sister Abigail on Bianca Belair, takes her out, and then Liv Morgan comes in with a jackknife roll up and pins Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is out. Now it's just them two. Liv tries to go. Well, first of all, Bianca tries to go for the KOD. Liv lands on her feet. She hits a cold break on Bianca. She falls back to the ropes. She goes for Oblivion. Bianca catches her. KOD. It's a wrap. Bianca Belair wins. She's going to WrestleMania to either face Rhea Ripley or Io Sky because they got a match, I believe it's tomorrow on Raw for a championship. It's going to be Rhea Ripley. We are in the Rhea and Bianca era. Okay, these are the only two women that ever made a video game cover. We are in their era. They've been wanting this match for a long time. Not because they had a match years ago in NXT. That ain't what they want right now. They want it on the biggest stage of WrestleMania. It's going to be Bianca and Rhea. Sorry, Io. Once again, while I like an idea of a triple threat, sure, but I kind of want the one-on-one between Rhea and Bianca. And I'm sorry, I think that match will tear the house down opposed to Shawn and Tiffany. Just saying. Second match, I had to catch the highlights on because I was not, I wasn't home at the time, and that was the tag team match between Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus taking on Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. And honestly, I'm kind of glad. To me, this was the weakest match on the card. And they had some good highlights in there. Candice LeRae got some heat. Trish even hit a super Stratisfaction to Nia Jax down the ropes. Even Tiffany Stratton hit like a spine buster on Nia Jax. But it was really nothing. Nothing matched, at least into my personal opinion. I really didn't care for it. They did it because Trish is from Toronto, from Canada. And they teamed up with Tiffany Stratton. They could get her some more good heat. Because, once again, I've said before, Tiffany Stratton has not really made the transition over to a babyface just yet when it comes to going against Charlotte. But they're just naturally booing Charlotte and actually love Tiffany. But she still has not become that babyface just yet. So this helped to get a little babyface rub from Trish Stratus. Why not? They had a little matching outfits on. That's fine. But Candice LeRae takes the pin in this matchup. And Trish and Tiffany Stratton won the match. There could be some highlights I'm missing from the matchup. Because I didn't see the matchup, but I saw like some of the highlights. It was like I felt as though I didn't much miss of anything. Next match, we're going to the unsanctioned match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I knew these best friends in Canada in that big stage was going to sit there and try to kill each other, and I was right. They did. Listen, so in the beginning of the matchup, we start off with the cheers, but then Sami Zayn pulls out a table, sets it up in the corner. On the outside corner, right there where the ring post is in between that and the barricade. And then Kevin Owens takes Sami out, and then he sets up the table on top of that. As soon as I saw that, I said, that's a KO table spot. I'll get to it. But as Sami Zayn fights them off, they start fighting into the crowd. They go up and down the stairs. Sami grabs a trash can. They start, hit each other with the trash can on the steps. They come back down towards on the floor area. There are these two tables out there that's holding all the water bottles and snacks and stuff. Sami said, Randy Orton backdrop on the first table. Nope, that ain't enough. Another Randy Orton backdrop to the second table to Kevin Owens. As they sit there trying to make their way back to the outside. So now in the ring, Sami Zayn has Kevin Owens on top rope. He tries to try to do a superplex. You don't superplex Kevin Owens. So Kevin Owens is going for the fishing buster, but Sami Zayn gets out of it because he knows his best friend. So he tried to go for a Hurricane Rana. Owens said nope. He slides underneath him and he pushes Sami off the top rope and he falls through those two tables. I could have swore up and down that was going to be a Kevin. I could have swore that was going to be a Kevin Owens spot, but it wasn't. I'm actually glad it wasn't. Back in the ring, Owens has an open chair, and he goes and gives like Sami Zayn a cradle suplex onto this open steel chair. That sucked. And when I say sucked, I mean like it was a cool looking spot, but just to take that spot, I know that shit had to hurt. But then Sammy kicks out at 2. And also, like they had like a little dim lighting for this unsanctioned match also, which for some reason I kind of liked, believe it or not. It just felt different a little bit. Then Sammy hits Kevin Owens with an exploder. Kevin pops back up, and then Sammy ducks again and hits another exploder on that open chair that Kevin Owens already did his suplex on. On that chair, it was brutal. So now Owens climbs up in the corner, and Sammy goes for the haluva kick, and Kevin Owens pulls the referee, and he knocks the referee out. Then Owens hits a stunner on Zayn. He goes for the count. There's no referee. Then here come Lil Nate. Charles Robinson comes out there, counts, but then Sami Zayn kicks out. Kevin Owens is frustrated, gives the clothesline to Charles Robinson. Now there's no referees nowhere. Now Owens goes against another table, sets it up in the ring. Starts grabbing Sami Zayn's beard and yelling at him, puts him on the table, puts the table on top of it, so he's about to go up there and probably do a swanton. Sami Zayn's like, nope. He takes a chair, throws it at Kevin Owens' head, and he goes up there, which, as your best friend, you should already know, you don't superplex Kevin Owens. And he tries to go for it again. Owens says, nope. Fisherman Buster, right through the table on the Sami Zayn. Crazy spot. So Owens covers Zayn. Zayn kicks out too. Zayn still holding the back of his neck because he's like, this joint is hurting. Like, it hurt me real bad. Kevin Owens puts Zayn up in the corner, said, this is all your fault. It's all your fault. He goes and runs to the other corner. Zayn runs right behind him, gives him a haluva kick, and then Kevin Owens kicks out. So Zayn goes, by the way, there are officials out there like, hey, yo, he kind of had enough, but it's unsanctioned, right? Sami Zayn goes in the ring and gets 2 chairs, and then he gets this barbed wire chair. I ain't seen a barbed wire wrap chair, really. It says, what, Vengeance 05, which mentioned Batista in that Hell in a Cell match. So, Sami Zayn gets it out there, and then he sets it up in the ring. Gives Kevin Owens a drop toe hold. His face hits right in that barbed wire. I was like, It hits right in the barbed wire. He's not done. He sets up 2 regular chairs and puts the barbed wire chair in the middle of them 2 chairs so it holds it up. And then he gives Kevin Owens a blue thunder bomb on that barbed wire chair. That was insane. And then Kevin Owens still kicks out. Once again, Owens fires his way up to the corner. Zayn goes for a haluva kick, but then Owens catches him with a pop-up powerbomb. And then Sami's really selling the neck now. He's like rolling out the way like, my neck is really hurting. He goes to the outside. Kevin Owens takes a chair, puts it over his neck, and runs him to one ring post. Has a chair still around his neck and runs to another ring post. And Kevin Owens, he's still not done. Then he gives Zayn not 1, but 2 power bombs on the apron. 2 of the, it's like the classic Sami Zayn Kevin Owens spot. They do that power bomb on the apron, the hardest part of the ring, and Zayn's head just keeps snapping back, in pain. Then Kevin Owens rolls him in there, 1, 2, 3. He wins the matchup. Kevin Owens wins. He beats Sami Zayn, and he's like, no, I'm not done yet. This will be unsanctioned. So he goes and rips up the floor mat, exposing the concrete, probably to give Sami Zayn a package pile driver on the concrete. But then Randy Orton music hit, and Kevin Owens is sitting there like, why now? So he goes back in the ring. He's already flustered. He's turning red like, come on. Randy Orton takes his sweet ass time coming to the ring, taking all this stuff in, and he goes in there, and then they start fighting. And then Kevin Owens, he's about to kick him. He goes in the corner. It swings, misses, and hits. Randy Orton hits an RKO on Kevin Owens. And he's about to hit him with a steel chair. He's like, nah, we ain't doing that. We going old school. Fix that knee pad, and let's go for the punt kick. And as he's about to go for the punt kick, everybody, all the security or the performance center geeks slide up into the ring and to hold back Randy Orton as Kevin Owens escapes. So he's getting all pissed, and Randy Orton like, no, you know what? You in my way. RKO to you, RKO to you, you get RKO, and you get an RKO. That's how it was. And Randy Orton stood tall and did his pose. It's clear as day. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. Don't know what the match is going to be. Probably just a regular one-on-one, but Randy Orton and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. It need to be a no-holds-barred, but I'm just saying. But yeah, that's what the match is going to be. Now, I was like, well, maybe we get the Rock segment and then the Elimination Chamber match, but I was like, nope, the Rock going to upset CM Punk again. So it's time for the men's Elimination Chamber match. We have John Cena taking on CM Punk. Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and Logan Paul. Logan Paul's out first. And then as he's coming out, he says, wait a minute. He goes to the back, and he comes out with an American flag. Now, I did not see this, right? But I heard at the beginning where they sung the national anthem, Canada booed. Like, booed them hard. Because I heard Pat McAfee was all, I don't know if he was in his feelings or he was just energized. Because I didn't see the beginning. I just know I got texts from my friends saying, hey, they booed the shit out the American flag. I guess a lot of people was in the fields, man. I was like, all right, so how to heal it up? He came out there with the American flag and they booed Logan Paul. So he's out first. He's in the chamber. Next up is Damian Priest. He's in the chamber. And we have CM Punk. He's in the chamber. John Cena's out and then CM Punk's out. Everybody's in the chamber. So we're going to start this match off with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, y'all need to explain this to me. Because I was like, Seth, what the hell are you wearing? I really did not understand the drip tonight at all. Seth be wearing some outrageous shit. And I was just like, what on God's green earth is this supposed to be? Maybe somebody out there in the comments can help me out with this. So the winner will face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41. And so automatically Drew McIntyre goes for the Claymore kick. Seth gets out the way, and then he goes for the stomp, and then he got out the way, and that's how the brawl starts happening. After this, Damian Priest comes out when his time comes out, so now it's those three in the ring. And like I said, I'm not going to give a full match-to-match breakdown because I did not take any notes like I usually do these matchups. Logan Paul enters next. So now it's Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and Logan Paul in the matchup. Now, Priest and Logan Paul fighting on the outside floor. Priest and Logan Paul are fighting on the outside. He's ramming his face into the grates and everything like that. Then he takes a moment where he does like the little walk the ropes. That he grabs McIntyre's arm, walks the ropes, and gives him a Hurricane Rana on the outside of the floor. Priest does it, but he is too big for that move. I'm just saying. This looks like I'm a hater on that, but I mean he's too big for that move. Then Logan Paul hits him with the one lucky punch, and it gives him a gut wrench suplex on the floor on the outside. Clock jumps down. John Cena enter the match. John Cena coming there, blaze of glory, hitting all the Cena moves and all that kind of great stuff. Cena hits Logan Paul with the 5-knuckle shuffle, followed by the attitude adjustment, sends out the crowd, and then gets a Claymore kick by Drew McIntyre, and then Damian Priest rolls up Drew McIntyre in a crucifix pin. McIntyre's eliminated. Shock Drew McIntyre. He's eliminated. McIntyre is upset, and McIntyre hits Priest with a Claymore kick before leaving the ring. Logan Paul is to the top rope, and it looks over and climbs to the top of the chamber, and then on top of CM Punk's pod, and then gives him a frog splash from the top, eliminating Damian Priest. Now CM Punk enters the match. And CM Punk and Logan Paul, they start brawling. As Punk is taking doing Logan Paul, he does look at Cena. We don't get the necessary, stare down just yet. Because Seth Rollins interrupts it. But then later on in the matchup, as Logan Paul's going for a buckshot lariat, CM Punk kind of reverses it and gives him a go to sleep. 1, 2, 3, Logan Paul's gone. So now it's time for these big three that's in there. And Cena and Seth Rollins and Cena, Punk, and Rollins take time to let the crowd buzz, and then Rollins goes after both of them, and then Cena has him up, and then CM Punk gives him like the heart attack, the old school Bret Hart move. And I mean we're in Canada, so they're gonna like that move. Now we get a Cena and proper Cena and John Cena and CM Punk stare off. And now they hug, and then they start going at it, and they go back and forth with the fist. And that's that they know each other so well. They start reversing each other's moves, and Cena goes for the attitude adjustment. Punk gets out of it, he goes for go to sleep. He gets out of that. And then Punk does hit him with the knees in the corner. Tries to go for the bulldog. Cena reverses that. Gives him the slam to go for the 5-knuckle shuffle, but then Punk about to kick him. Cena grabs him, puts him in the STFU. Or the whatever he calls it now. And then Punk turns into an anaconda vice, and then Cena rolls him over the cover, and then Punk kicks out. Then Punk is a swinging neck breaker on Cena. And then goes to the top rope. and hits the elbow drop, but then he sees Seth Rollins getting up, so he turns his attention and goes and dives on Seth Rollins. Then he goes for the diving crossbody on John Cena, and John Cena does his famous, he does the roll through. He rolls through, got CM Punk up, and he hits him with the attitude adjustment, but Punk kicks out. So Cena has the tie rope, but then Rollins sweeps him down, gives him a buckle bomb onto the steel, and then sends him through the pod. So that takes out Cena for a minute, right? You know, old Cena got to take some time to breathe. So now it's just Rollins and CM Punk going at it one-on-one. Seth tries to go for his superplex Falcon Arrows combination. Punk gets out of it and does an elbow drop from the top. Punk singles for the go to sleep for Punk, and then he goes for the GTS, but then Rollins slips out and rolls him up, and then he gets out, and then Rollins hits him with a buckle bomb and then a curves out combination, but then he still kicks out, and then Seth is beyond himself that he did the buckle bomb and the curves out with Punk, and Punk still kicked out, right? Cena now returns, and then he grabs Rollins off the top rope. Rollins slides off, and then Punk grabs him for a GTS, and then he falls into an AA, and then that's how Seth Rollins is eliminated. Now it's just Punk and Cena. Who's going to WrestleMania? I had picked Punk, really, but I was like, I forgot what Seth Rollins said. If I'm not winning the chamber, you definitely not going to win the chamber. So now it's just down to the Punk, and then as Cena tries to go shake his hand, Punk goes for the GTS, and then but then Cena kicks out, and Punk pulls Cena, then Cena catches with an AA, and then Punk kicks out. It's like we're spamming finishers now, and then Cena tries to grab Punk's leg to go for the STF, and then Punk kicks him off, and then he's like hanging on the bottom rope, and then Seth out of nowhere gives him a curb stop on the floor, the same one he did like to Montez Ford. Remember that? That chamber, God, how many years ago was that? When he did that, Punk is out. Cena hits the STF. Punk passes out. John Cena is going to WrestleMania. That's how it happened. So now it's clear we running Punk and Seth back at Mania. We running back at Mania. Punk don't get his main event, but he damn sure gonna get Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. How it was supposed to be in Philly. So we're going to get that now in Vegas. Now, Cena wins. He's celebrating. He's going for 17. And then Cody's music hits. Cody comes out. And he comes out in all black. Got the chain stuff going, looking sharp. Toronto loves Cody. They're singing his songs and everything like that. Even Cena opens the ropes for him and everything. And then he's like, yeah, we going to WrestleMania. I'm coming for that. I'm trying to be number 17. And so he was like, listen, Cody and Cena, let's do it. But then The Rock's music goes on. And The Rock music comes out, and then also it's The Rock's music. Then it's like Travis Scott is out there with him. And I forgot what the song to use was, Fiendin' or something like that for Travis Scott. They came out for The Rock. They go back to The Rock's music. The Rock come out there looking like Sweet Water Rollers from Roll Bounce. If everybody see Roll Bounce and see Sweet Nice, that's how Rock came out there looking with the bell bobs and all the black and everything. And him and Travis Scott come out there. I'm like, why is Travis Scott still coming down with The Rock to the ring? That's red flag number one. So The Rock gets into the ring. And, he wants Cody's soul. What's his answer going to be, Cody? Cody looks around. He's like, I want it all, Rock. Scare people a little bit. And my soul is no longer mine. You want to know why? Because I gave my soul to these people, to this ring, to this business. And that's where my soul is, Rock. So, Rock, go fuck yourself. And they ain't blanking out of nothing. He just said, go fuck yourself. And The Rock sitting there. Now, Cena is in the back being extremely goofy. Now, once again, I was like, yo, I really, at this point, I was saying, I really hope they turn John Cena heel. Because I cannot deal with this goofy ass Cena in the main event of WrestleMania. Y'all gotta do something, right? So, as he's sitting around jumping up and and dapping up Cody, he daps up Cody, and then you see his face in the camera staring at The Rock. And The Rock puts up the 3 and the slash the throat. And Cena takes the orders, and he looks at Cody, that gives him a low blow. Then he starts attacking. Cena has turned heel. One thing Cena has never really done since becoming a babyface in 2004. Actually, I'm gonna say for the wrestling fans out there, right? I think Cena, when Cena first turned babyface, kinda was Survivor Series 03. Back when He Who Should Not Be Named and really had no partners against Team Lesnar, and Cena came, and then he came out there and he held his ground on there, and they won that match. That's when people started really liking Cena. Since then, John Cena has not been a heel. They teased it. He did not. He has never been a heel. Now Cena has gone full heel. Attack Cody. He got his Rolex watch, that platinum watch, started attacking him with that, hits him with the belt, and then Cena holds his legs down, and Travis Scott gets involved and holds out his arm, and he even gave a good slap to Cody in the face. It was something that he did, and The Rock take out the belt that says Cody's soul on it, and start whipping him, take it to the woodshed, because you ain't want to give him the soul, so he starts whipping Cody right there in the back. And now Cody's starting to bleed. And Cena has the championship and hits him right in the head with it. And they just hold it up. Cena, Travis Scott, and The Rock. It's a dope-ass picture. I got to put that picture up for you guys. It's a dope-ass picture. Alright? And I'm like, man, that right there. Now they got me in the WrestleMania. We ain't Goofy Cena no more. We got a heel John Cena who sold his soul to The Rock to win number 17. That was insane. That was a great way to top off the chamber, especially when it started off so hot with Jade Cargill. It was excellent. It was excellent. And I didn't think they would pull the trigger. I didn't think they would pull the trigger at all. But now they set up 6 matches for WrestleMania. A possible Naomi versus Jade Cargill, Rhea versus Bianca. I know Io Sky, but it's most likely going to be Rhea and Bianca Belair. Or Triple Threat, whatever they want to call it. But I still think Rhea and Bianca's the way to go. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. Cena and Cody. All in one night. That's to add with Jey Uso and Gunther and Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton. They set up, if this was a standard WrestleMania card, an 8-match card right there. And we got 2 nights of this thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, it's looking up after the Elimination Chamber. It's really looking up, and I'm loving it. So, I have to ask y'all, because once again, I'm not live, so I can't, ask the question, stuff like that. But was that crazy or what? I don't see it was going to do it. It was a theory, but I really didn't know they was going to do it. And I thought they was going to just cancel the whole Roman thing with Seth Rollins and stuff like that over CM Punk, and they was going to just do. It still may be a triple threat match with Roman involved with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. That is still a possibility. We don't know what's going on with that yet, but Cena going heel. I think it sell his soul to The Rock just so he can get number 17 because he's been losing and he has been winning. So yeah, and heel Cena, we know Cena can be a heel. Cena is going to be crazy on the mic right now. I'm not saying he's going to be Thugonomics Cena, but he's going to be crazy on the mic. So y'all, I gotta ask y'all, post your comments down below. How did y'all guys feel about Cena's heel turn? Jade Cargill coming back, all the great stuff, man. Post out the comments down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed my video and enjoyed my review. I'm sorry I didn't go live, but we going live for WrestleMania. We gonna go live on Easter weekend for WrestleMania, okay? So make sure you guys subscribe for all that stuff. Yeah, I still got 2K stuff coming out. We gotta talk about the DLC. So make sure you subscribe for all that great stuff. But now, man, that was a Elimination Chamber overall was a thumbs up show. It was a thumbs up show. There could be arguments. I think I enjoyed this a little bit better than the Rumble because the Rumble played it safe. But this one, they went all out for Mania. And it was a great lasting image. So, yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, I think I enjoyed this more than a Rumble. So, post your comments down below. How did you guys feel about it? Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed my review. Hit the subscribe button for more right here on NC Studios. Once again, it's NC the place to be. Chill, Mr. A&D. And the Nerd Coalition is out.